to play this. Whichever one.
Which one? It's there's sunshine in my soul today. I don't even know where that is. Where's the song?
Tear it up, Wayne.
I'm getting there. That's almost okay. Are we ready?
I think we're ready. Maybe we all stand up and sing this sunny, sunny song today.
Oh, and here's where I start.
Are we having some great weather? I just think that the days, the mornings are real cloudy and overcast, but the afternoons are just gorgeous. We don't have to run the air conditioner 24 hours a day like they are in almost every place else in this country. And it just, there's so much to be thankful for. And I remember hearing John F. Kennedy say, somebody'd ask him a question or make a statement, and he'd say, I'd like to say this about that. And that's how he responded all the time. And this morning we had a board meeting, and we talked about how we are growing in what we're bringing and participating in our community. And of course we're going to have growing pains and have to learn how to do new things. But the fact that we are growing, we're moving forward and not just sitting here living on our 100-year-old, whatever you want to call it. We're actually expanding and reaching out as a spiritual center. And I think we're so fortunate in being able to have the commitment from our members and the people who aren't members but who are participating to expand this family we have called Church of the Oaks, or the Oaks Spiritual Center. So I'd like each of us to just have a little say thank you, just deep down inside. We could be going through some real stresses and some real hard times, and we're not. We're having the joy of growing and the joy of new experience. So, in the words of my hero, Vivian Clark, I'm grateful for everything and I have no complaints. And so it is.
Good morning. Last Sunday, Sharon Simpson gave the message. She asked in her message, oh, well, good to see you. She asked a question last Sunday. she asked 3 questions, but the one that stuck with me was, at this season of your soul journey, what is your deepest spiritual longing? I have a hard time answering that question. There's a lot to answer, and then there's very little words. And so I would just like to address that today in this mini message. Church of the Oaks is a spiritual organization. And I know that each one of us approaches spirit differently. We all have our unique way to understand it, to approach it, to feel it, to experience it. We guard it, we protect it, we're sensitive to things around us that enhance it and also detract from it. And the process of realizing our own desires, the drive to do that, which I like to refer to as waking up, the waking up of our deepest ideals, are the process of realizing everything around us. We are in this forever process. It began when we were first born. It goes with us every day of our life. For most of our life, we're not even aware of it. But I think with time, with aging, with living life, the good and the bad, the ugly, all of it, we began to realize that there's something more to us than just our body. As we age and pursue, I call the thin spaces of the Spirit, there's a natural softening to the world around us. This natural softening is an indicative of the Spirit in us. For those that are resisting the Spirit, they become hard and brittle. But if we give in to the Spirit, if we yield to the Spirit, if we allow the Spirit to become more evident in us, it naturally softens us. It softens us to the people in our lives. It softens us to the pain and the reality of those around us. We become more aware, awakened to our own vulnerabilities. We become less agnostic and antagonistic. Our need for proof lessens in the bloom, and whereas the bloom of a single flower is enough to stir our soul, and the more humble you become, the more simple signs become apparent. You know, in this humility and this softening, they're the little things we become more aware of. We notice more things. You can't help but be more aware of what's around you if you deepen yourself in the Spirit. And I'm not saying things that you don't already know. But it's something that we do take seriously here at Church of the Oaks. When I can accept the fact that it all just is, this is an egoless experience. The egoless person is open to everything and comes to experience more and more the subtle and heavenly experiences all around us. I could say the person who just lets it all go. It's not that things don't matter, they do matter. But the effect of those things around us don't entrap us the way they always have in the past. The very essence of a spiritual person is that they have found a way to enter into an actual relationship with the divine. Divine Spirit is always pursuing us. But when we can actually become more aware and engage and see my daily routine, your daily routine, as an interaction with the divine, it's an indication of our growing depth in spirituality. I'll leave you with this quote from Mother Mira. When you know that you are eternal, you play your true role in time. When you know you are divine, you can become completely human and individual. In the spiritual quest, humility is our greatest gift.
You said a mouthful, fella. Thank you very much. Well, good morning, everyone. We had a lively board meeting this morning. Dick, would you like to make any announcements along?
The major announcement is just next Sunday is potluck, and not to forget that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other announcement? We're just, yes.
It's not really an announcement, but it's a super huge thank you to everybody that showed up and showed out last week for Snoopy and
Oh yeah, that was quite an event. Folks are still talking about it. It just was a great event. We're getting ready for next year. And any other announcements of upcoming things? In August, we will again be hosting our student stage on the 15th. I think it's the 15th and 16th is the weekend for the Accordion Festival. And Friday night we have a fundraiser here from like 4 till 6. And it's 3 or 4 of the best accordionists in the nation put on a free show. And they do that with the hopes of getting people to put money in the scholarship fund. But if you don't have to pay admission or anything, you can just come hear it. And then Saturday morning at 9 o'clock from 9 till noon, we're going to have, I think, 7 or 8 kids this year in the competition for scholarship competition from 8 years old to 15 years old. They're amazing, amazing musicians. And so that's the thing, and that's free too. And there's even donuts and coffee and stuff. So hope you can join us for that. It's a great thing that we were able to start taking part in the Accordion Festival about 9 years ago by offering the student stage, because there wasn't a place down at the park to do it. So it's a real cool thing to embrace these young people as they carry their desire to play accordion, not a common desire these days. So, any other announcements? Somebody in the back row back here plays the accordion. The one going with white hair, pretty white hair, she plays accordion. Anyway, you know, all of us know people in our lives. Maybe we are at a place in our lives when we're going through some tough times, some challenging times, maybe some real dark times. So let's speak out those names of people that we know that could use a little energy and a little light and a little love and acceptance in their lives.
Brad, Joyce, Hillary, Danielle,
Mary.
Laura, Mark,
Yvonne,
Gloria, Robart.
we've heard these names. Let's direct our love and our light and our healing divine power to those names and to whomever might need our gifts. It is with trust of spirit and love of the power of the divine that we share these gifts that all of us have been given. And so it is. Well, let's stand up and sing. I'd like to teach the world to do a lot of different things. And we changed a few of the words, I think, but here we go. Now we get the opportunity to greet each other in the traditional Church of the Oaks fashion.
This morning, I like the as you made.
We talk about our abundance at our board meeting this morning. We talked about where we're at, our finances, and we just did a painting project. We had an opportunity to paint this whole building. It's just got a couple little bits and pieces to finish up this week, and it's done. And there was some cost, not much compared to what happened, but there was some unplanned cost, and we've almost completely recouped that over the last couple months. So our abundance just keeps flowing through it, and it will continue to do so as long as we keep sharing our abundance with the rest of our community, with the rest of the universe. And it works the same way in our personal lives. The more we share our kindness and our dollars and our time and our talents, we keep experiencing abundance in almost every facet of our lives. So let's read together our affirmation of abundance, may we? Gratitude is the key to the realization and manifestation of our abundance. May we ponder that wisdom, sir. As we prepare for our meditation this morning, let's sing together in the stillness of the silence, number 97 in the Wings of Song.
Another good morning.
Good morning.
This is a little different meditation today, so do your best to visualize where we're going. Let's begin by taking several long, deep breaths. Let all thoughts or worries float away as you breathe. Imagine you're standing on the edge of a field. There is a tree line where a forest begins. You notice a trail and walk on the path and enter into the forest. The light in the forest cascades down through the leaves in a soft spray of light. The undergrowth is soft and green. There are ferns, moss, and small plants reaching towards the light. The upper canopy of the trees covers you like a stained glass roof. The light green leaves against the light blue and white sky create a soft light. It is gentle and soothing. This light is flowing within you all the way to the soles of your feet. It is as if you are grounded and supported like a tree with roots of light. With every inhale, this light glows brighter. Send this light to everyone here. It is a healing light. And send this light out into the world. Namaste.
Well, thank you, Janet and Sabrena. I think all of us have a desire within us going forward to enrich our lives. And we've talked about several ways to do that. A couple weeks ago, I said if we could just every day just make an affirmation of look for ways to do kindness, to show kindness. As we go up and down the road or around the corner, how can we respond in a kind fashion? One of my favorite quotes is, peace will only come to us when we accept life as it is rather than how we would like it to be. And I think that peace is one of the requirements that we have to realize in our own lives an enrichment. Be able to get to a place where our body vibrations are in accord with the vibrations of the grass and the sky and the birds and our neighbors in a peaceful accord. Not the same vibration, but a chord of several different notes, but they make a harmony. I have a good friend, we have a lot of discussions, and one of his favorite lines is, I think I wrote it down here, you only find peace when you can accept the ambiguity of everything. That's a huge thing to wrap your head around. There is nothing that we can think of, say, do, describe, or define that can't be judged and defined and described in a lot of different ways. And the minute we judge it, the minute we describe it, we have a position. And having a position makes us not flow with the flow of just total acceptance. And over the last year, I have spent, I don't know how many hours, Dick knows, we've had some conversations, thinking about this one statement, to accept the ambiguity of everything and everybody. And we live in a society that tries to do just the opposite. Pick a side and win and fight. And there's no peace in that. There's no calm in that. There's no realizing spirit or the divine or that light. You're too caught up in the chaos. I get caught up, and I'm not the only one. Every one of us in here gets caught up in the chaos of life every day. In this journey, we call it a journey, a spiritual path we're on. It's full of chaos. And the way we can get more value out of this trek, this journey, this climb, this hike, is to let go of beliefs, let go of judgments, let go of restraint and resistance, and just accept. And man, it's just, I'm talking for me again today. I need to do that every day. I catch myself. The people that are around me on the day-to-day bit, they know. I go off on a rant and I'm just, I think we all do. But then I'm reminded of my friend's statement. Release the ambiguity of everything. Our opinions of people, of things, of procedures and policies and rules and quite frankly, that when we meditate, when we go out and leave our phone in the car and go out, my granddaughters are here from Ohio. Yesterday they went out to Armstrong Woods and they just tried to wrap their arms around the big trees. All three of them, they couldn't reach around the big trees. And you just sit there and be with that a moment. And you cannot have judgment. You cannot be in chaos. The energy, those beautiful specimens of creation, just is absorbed by your very being, all of you. And all of yourself just takes in this peace, this vibration, this harmony of being at one with who they are, what they are, these trees, the ocean, the beautiful ferns out by the ocean, and in the little forests we have around here. They're beautiful, and they're at total peace. And there's things that enter into their lives, bugs and fires and stuff. You don't see them get upset. You don't see the trees out here getting upset when the weather isn't what it could be. They just be who they be. They don't have beliefs. They don't have judgments. They just be who they be. I think it's such a great, great gift that each one of us can choose what we're going to do today. Choose what we're going to wear today. Choose where we're going to go. But with that free choice, there comes a certain responsibility, I think, to each of our individual selves. What you do today, the decisions you make, or do those decisions reflect who you are, or do they reflect your opinions, your must, shoulds, and oughts, your obligations? Or do they reflect the kindness and the acceptance that is within you? There are some amazing quotes that I found as you go down through the bottom of the order of service. Please take it home and think about them. And each one of these quotes, if you could just pick one a day and read it in the morning while you're having your coffee or your tea or your orange juice or, I don't know, maybe your Ramus Fizz, whatever you start your day with. And just make that your little anthem for the day, your affirmation for the day. Accept. Just accept. No need in getting all upset about something. There's been chaos on this world, and there will be as long as there are human beings and whatever else there is. There will be chaos. We can focus on that, have our temper tantrums and frustration tantrums and heart attacks and strokes. We can. We can try to start each day thinking about ways that we can be more peaceful in our lives, that we can see the beauty instead of the chaos, that we can open ourselves up instead of being out of joint with that guy that just pulled out, at feeling the kind word or the smile. A couple of weeks ago, we took the food up that we'd collected up to the Redwood Gospel Mission. And the 3 or 4 young guys that were there, homeless dudes, staying at the mission, staying at the shelter. Thank you so much. What a great day we're having today. It's amazing the attitudes and the place of peace they are at, because they are an environment of total acceptance. There's no judgment going on there. You don't smell good, you're homeless. There's none of that going on. You're brothers and sisters and you're hungry and you don't have to, come on in. Just the way you are. Think back of where you were this week. Were you able to show kindness in ways that maybe you don't very often, a little more often? Were you able to just accept the people you see walking up and down the street? Excuse me. I think the key to really finding the joy experience in this life is to be able to just be quiet and accept and be aware of all the beauty that's going on around you. Somebody used to tell me all the time, don't forget, Pat, we always find what we're looking for. Yes, we do. And what are we looking for today? We're looking to find something that goes against our grain, something we don't agree with, a cause to join to fight against something. We can live in a world of chaos. It's all around us. Or maybe we can just focus on working things out as peacefully as we can. We don't have to fight against anything. What was one of the great smart guys, I don't know who it was, says, you want to do something useful for humanity? Invent a better mousetrap. You don't have to try to fix the old one. Just make a new one that's better. Everybody will want one. Maybe there's a new way to look at our homeless community. And we can work to build that better way instead of just complaining about why everybody's homeless. Everything, every experience in our life changes us a little bit. If we allow it to, those experiences can make us more forgiving, more aware, more desiring to show kindness, desiring to show acceptance. Or that we can toughen up and be pretty tough and pretty aggressive and pretty combative. It ain't easy living in this world we're living in today. But I got a hunch it's never been easy living in this world, no matter what day it was, 10,000 years ago, whatever, wherever there were people. We have to want, desire to have an enriched life. We have to want to change our lives in a positive fashion for that to happen. We can't just write a check and all of a sudden everything's rosy peachy ducky. It doesn't work that way. And this journey is a lot about taking 2 steps forward and then tripping and taking 2 steps back and taking 3 steps forward and 1 step back. I don't think there's ever been a human that had any other way to do their journey. But if we can keep desiring to be acceptant of this amazing world we're living in, totally amazing. I can't imagine how everything has been designed, how all the different agricultural revolution, industrial revolution, technical revolutions have taken place. The changes that I have seen in my life are just unbelievable. And there's been some cost to all of us in these changes. And some of those costs were very expensive and didn't feel very good, didn't turn out very well. But we have the power within us to desire something different, to achieve something different, to create something different within our lives. And I think it's acceptance, and I think it's a desire for true peace. And you can go out and grab a tree if you want to. You can go sit by a creek. You can sit right in this room and just be still and let all the chaos go. You can sit in your car and just say, I choose not to get angry for the whole trip. I'm just going to sit here and smile and be aware that you're smiling. And when you get to where you're going to feel better. I promise you. This peace within, that's the divine. This being in harmony with all the beauty that is in this wonderful world. That's the divine. These relationships we have with each other, that's the divine. That's the gift we have by having a life experience. That's the value. It's the feelings that we can create in other people. That's your value. That's where success is. We can make monies or build a beautiful home. We can do some very wonderful things in our life. But what's remembered is how we make other people feel. We remember how other people make us feel. We remember that. We never forget that. And if we are kind when we talk to people, and when we are kind when we pass by people going down the street, We show kindness when we could show anger. We've made a huge change in the energy of the overall chaos going on in our world. But more importantly, we've had a little more peace inside of ourselves. And it's an ongoing minute-to-minute thing. Just like consciousness. Consciousness is just a momentary thing. I wrote a definition for consciousness years ago. I got tired of reading Deepak Chopra, had 47 books, and he's still trying to explain consciousness. Consciousness is that unseen power or energy that controls what you think, say, and do at any given moment in time. And it changes moment by moment. And we can actually control that consciousness. And it can be one of peace, caring, kindness, or it can be something very, very different. We all have been there, we all do it. Both things, both directions, both energies. This is just another one of Mr. Richard Firestone's, he called his services on Sunday a pep rally. Just another pep rally, just another reminder. Acceptance. So important. And true acceptance, I've noticed this, I may be running over, I got plenty of time. True acceptance is when you have it, people feel it. Because it's your true self. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's authentic. It's the real deal. People know it when you're being authentic, and people know it when you're not. And acceptance, when you accept each one of the people in this room exactly the way they are, and you take them into your heart, into your world, you have to show a little bit of vulnerability. And vulnerable, yes, it can sting, it can feel funny, it can hurt. But you'll never get in touch with your divine, with your true self, without allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You'll never be able to have true feelings of love and caring and compassion without allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You can't ever truly accept without being vulnerable. Accepting everything as it is. We have work to do. We have a lot of work to do. But that's the job at hand. That's what life is. We got to do the laundry occasionally. We have to eat pretty often. And we have to learn to accept. And we have to allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Because that's the sweet spot. That's where we feel these feelings that are just amazing. So for the next 6-8 months, all you're going to hear is, you got to choose. It's us against them. No, you don't. It's kind of you or the real you. Are you being your old self, your non-acceptant self? Or are you seeing this whole world full of people struggling to make it in every aspect of the life experience? And you can make that more difficult for them, or you can make it a more pleasant experience for them and yourself. I don't know what else to say except just keep reminding us we have a choice every second of our lives. We could do it accepting and caring, in being vulnerable, in being forgiving. Or we can join a team and fight like hell. It's up to us. That's it. So I'm going to remind us today, our last song is going to remind us, look at this world we live in. Oh, it's bumpy, but it's an amazing place. People can do amazing things, and people can make each other feel wonderful or horrible. What power that is. Aren't we lucky? Aren't we fortunate? Aren't we blessed? We are if we know how to use that power. Let's stand up and sing. How about a wonderful world?
Well, is that a good one?